Hey guys, it's your friendly neighborhood Matt here, and this is my 10 facts about me video that I've been meaning to get out for a while now, if not for the well-documented history of struggles with Five Nights at Freddy's 2, it would have been. I was nominated back in June by my good friend Mad Mike Forever. She's amazing, go check her out if you don't know about her. I'll put all of her links in the description below. Subtle hinting. Number uno. The origins of my name, BromoRangersGo. Now, most of you are probably aware by now that Bromo Rangers is a play on Power Rangers, and although I haven't produced many episodes of the show, those will be coming out next year when I have more time to focus on that. Well, right now I'm focusing on my Let's Plays and building up Twitch and YouTube. I've always loved the Power Rangers. It is a almost direct parody of the Power Rangers, but it's a mashup between that and different superhero universes. It's actually, the funny thing is, it's actually so much more complicated than people might be aware of. They might just think it's some silly comedy videos, but it's actually a deep, deep backstory to all the characters, why they exist and how they exist, which are basically the same thing, so I'm a little bit redundant right now. But as far as the name Bromo Rangers, it was actually suggested by one of my first YouTube friends, Austin. He's a member of One Asian, One Cracker, which was a channel that I collaborated early with in my first channel, which shall not be named. And he actually coined the name Bromo Rangers. And we did the theme song, and then I decided why not make a full-scale show about it. And then when I decided to start the new channel, why not make a full-scale channel about it? So BromoRangersGo was officially born at that time. That whole complicated backstory part actually leads me into number dos, which is I am going to be writing and filming a feature-length film to be taking place next summer about the Bromo Rangers and their origins, and I'm going to make it so that people who have no idea who I am or have ever seen the show before will be able to keep up with it and enjoy it. It is going to feature a pretty grandiose origin story so that anybody can watch. Now, this is my kind of comedy is not for everybody, but I actually plan on making it so much more than just a comedy movie. But I will be enlisting some help, hopefully, and I will be doing a Kickstarter at the start of next year, probably the next calendar year. I'm gonna make this a big thing. This is my big project. I'm probably not going to try to be like a filmmaker, but I do want to do this. I've wanted to do this for a long time. There's a lot of people who are actually eager to be a part of this project, and I want to make it something that I can be proud of for the rest of my life. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Feature-length film about the Bromo Rangers. I have the story all written. I need to do the scripts and the casting early next year, and then I'll be filming in the summer. So that leads me into number trace. I've had a passion for acting since I was 5 years old, and it's possible that it could have been earlier, but 5 years old is my earliest recollection, because I was a fan of Power Rangers all the way back then. I remember I started school a little younger than most people, so I was in kindergarten, I believe, late 5 years old. I'm actually not sure if I don't remember how it lines up, but I would go during gonna sound like a kindergartner soon. I would go during our recess in the little playground area, and I actually remember very vividly acting out, improvising on the spot for my best friend at the time, an entire Power Rangers episode off the top of my head, including the commercials. Now, I was playing it out as if it was like a VHS tape, so I played out some of those crummy commercials that you'd see at the beginning, like 3 or 4 of those before the actual thing got started. But I managed to improvise an entire Power Rangers episode off the top of my head in the span of a recess and acted out all the characters and everything. And so since then I've known I want to do something as far as acting goes. That leads me into number 4. As many of you know, I am aspiring to be a professional voiceover actor. I don't know what will be available as far as the field of actual acting, although I'm going to continue to do that on YouTube for as long as I frickin' please. But as far as voice acting, I'm actually saving up right now to go into the voice coaches program about a year from now, probably next August or next September. I need about $3,600, but I took a class run by a professional voice actor who is at the head of this program, and he highly recommended me to take on this program. So I am going to pursue this with reckless abandon, as if there is not another possibility on the face of this earth for me, as if there's nothing else that has been more meant for me. And to be honest, I don't think much of my family is all that understanding or supportive of it, which is why I constantly hear courses of get a real job. But I'm gonna pursue it like hell anyways. If I don't, then I didn't really want it to begin with. I'm following my dreams, and I'm not gonna let anything, stand in my way. I'm not gonna let that bother me. So hopefully about a year and a half from now, I will be sending my demo out all across the way, and I'm actually hoping that I'm also, gonna use YouTube and Twitch to actually help me with that, as it's almost like I'm resume building on here on YouTube and on Twitch as well. And there's a lot of people right now that are behind me and behind this venture, and are supporting me in this, and that means the world to me. So thank you, all of you who do support me in this endeavor. While we're still in the acting bit, that gets me into number 5, which is I have never ever broken character. As many of you know, if you're watching me right now, chances are this is not the first time you're seeing a video of mine. You know that Deadpool is a prominently featured on my channel and does his own Let's Plays and is part of comedy sketches. As well as, and there are other characters that make appearances here and there, like Batman, Captain America, Master Chief, and Darth Vader, and I have actually never ever broken character. I kid you not. And I'll give you a couple examples of what I mean. Deadpool did a stream. His first stream was several hours long, playing Fallout 3 on Twitch, and not once did I ever use my voice. Not once did I ever refer to myself as Matt, because when I'm acting, I'm not acting as a character. I am becoming that character, and I take great pride in that. And so every single time I have ever donned the Deadpool suit and mask, I have never once, like the second I put that on, it flips a switch in my head, in my crazy psychotic head, and I can't talk like myself. The Deadpool part of my personality just kind of comes out. And the same thing with other characters. Even when people try to get me to break character, not only do I not do that, but I tend to insult me as that character. Even when I'm even when I've filmed episodes of BromoRangers, and say it's been Deadpool or Batman or whatever, and I've got the script, even when I'm just talking to myself and it's something that's not going to be on camera, I don't talk in my voice. That character's, I'm talking as that character, because I am becoming that character. So, if I can't suspend my disbelief to become that character, why should you suspend your disbelief to enjoy what you're seeing? Does that make any sense? I sound a little crazy. I'm not really sure. That's fine. I just thought it was a neat little tidbit of never broken character, and I really take pride in that. Let's get off the video stuff for a little bit. So number 6, I actually hold 2 Little League baseball records. I don't know if it's just for the town or in general, but I played Little League baseball from a very young age, at least since as far back as 1st grade, and eventually I stopped, of course. I'm not still in Little League, case you were wondering. I still have my aluminum bat, though. It was pretty nice. It was during a championship season, actually. Well, championship. We made it to, it was the year that I was on the Oakland Athletics, and we made it to the championship. I think it was 2003. Was it 2003 or 2001? You know, actually, on second thought, it might have been 2001. I held 2 records that year. First of all, I only had 2 hits all season. 2 hits. There's a reason for that. Now, the first reason is that the first record I hold is most times walked by an opposing pitcher. And here's the extra fun one. Most times hit by pitch in a season. No one was hit by pitches out of anyone playing Little League that year more than I was. This arm right here should be huge. It's okay. It should be huge. Not because of muscles, but because of permanent bruising. But, I've let it go by now. I've still got all my participation trophies over there. Well, I'd rather get hit by that many pitches and losing the championship game than going winless, which I also was part of a winless team a few years later, probably 6th or 7th grade, like right before I stopped, if I was even doing it at that point. It was one of the last years that I did it, winless. And it's the type of thing where every team gets to make the playoffs because of participation, and we lost in the playoffs too. So, number 7 is that I have automatonophobia. As many of you know, if anyone who's watched my Five Nights at Freddy's videos knows I have automatonophobia. And instead of me trying to explain what that is, I'm just going to pull that up here on the computer real quick and read you exactly what. Automatonophobia is a fear of anything that falsely represents a sentient being, including, you know, ventriloquist dummies, animatronics, mannequins, dolls, wax statues. I am terrified of animatronics, mannequins to an extent, and then dolls from a very, very young age petrified me, especially because my grandmother's house has always been full of the creepiest, most horrifying dolls that she finds charming that you could possibly imagine. The only thing that's missing is them dripping blood. And so when I was little, the first time, like, a preview for the first Chucky movie came on, and I damn near shit myself because it was absolutely terrifying. And I think from that point on, although now I kind of find the Chucky movies funny, because then it got the gears clinking and clanking in my head, so I was always terrified to go in that house afterwards because I thought all the dolls were going to kill me. And I think that fear pretty much stuck, even though I see it as more irrational now. I still get really, like, tense. Number 8. I almost flunked out of college early on. My first 3 semesters of college, I very much didn't take it seriously. Part of it was I chose really crappy classes at crappy times for myself, so I was pretty disorganized from the get-go. I wasn't focused. I wasn't too thrilled at the time. At the time, I still didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, so it was a very scary place. And after 3 semesters, I was in danger. If I didn't get my grade point average up a bunch in 1 more semester, I would be essentially expelled. But that was pretty much the kick in the ass that I needed. It was actually around that time that I discovered my passion for making YouTube videos, and I realized what I wanted to do. I was so much happier, so much more focused, so much more passionate about what I was doing, and it just so happened at that time I started getting way better teachers who were way more personable. They were funny, they were down to earth, they actually weren't cold and calculating, and I did a complete 180, and my final 4 semesters, I made the dean's list, and now I have officially graduated with high honors. So that is something I am incredibly proud of. It's a shame that it had to get to the point where it got to before I finally got my act together, but I went from nearly flunking out of college to graduating with high honors just 2 years later, and being a consistent presence on the Dean's List, so I'm extremely proud of myself for that. Now, number 9 is the origins of Saucy. Now, for those of you who don't know, and I started doing this not too long ago, but I refer to my viewers now as my saucy knaves. And I close every video with, "Stay saucy, my friends." Now, there is a reason for that, and not just because it's catchy. It's actually because of the best teacher in the world. I had, for English class, I had for, actually, American literature and then British literature, in my junior and senior years of high school. My teacher, Mr. Desjardins, he's the funniest human being on the planet, hands down. He was the coolest guy on the planet, and he would always, he had such a quick wit, and his delivery was unbelievable, and one of his favorite things to do would be to call someone a saucy knave, saucy operator. He would use insufferable cur a lot. I wish I had made a list of all the hilarious things that he would do and say, because he was absolutely amazing, and that turned my life around, because that was the point in time, my first 2 years of high school, I was struggling again. That was back even before when I was struggling. I was having a difficult time socially as well as academically, and it was because of this teacher that actually got things turned around. So I'm paying tribute to this guy by making that a permanent part of BromoRangersGo, and now I will always consider all of you my saucy knaves. Last but not least, number DAs, how I got started on YouTube in the first place. My first introduction to Let's Plays. Now, we all know about my deep man love for Markiplier, but the first Let's Play I ever watched was actually not until 2011. It happened to come up on Facebook because Doom 3 is my favorite game, and at one point I was just absolutely obsessed with it. And something came up on Facebook about someone streaming it. I'm not sure where it was, but on what site at the time. It was back in 2011, but it was Jonathan Paula. I think he was the creator of Is It a Good Idea to Microwave This? And it was the first time I'd ever seen a Let's Play. It was him streaming Doom 3, and I went back and watched all of his gameplays of this, and it immediately clicked that this is exactly what I want to do. Holy crap. Not for like a career, but, well, I would love to do that for a career, but like a hobby. This is like, I didn't have like a good hobby at the time that was like constructive and a useful channeling of my time, and I finally found something, and I fell in love with it like right away, and I decided to play Doom 3. I noticed I'm not actually looking into the camera, whoops. I actually started playing Doom 3 for my first ever Let's Play on my first channel, and the response was incredible. Now, I would actually love to be able to play it again, but I'm not sure what I can do, because I'd want to make it more unique, but like I'd be in danger of not coming up with interesting things to say, or because it's not going to be as scary for me as it will be nostalgic now. So because I've already done a full series on it, albeit 2 years ago, I don't feel like it would be all that necessary for me to do, but I would love to. Can I help you? My spidey senses told me there might be some snacks in here. Snacks? Yeah, like an ungodly amount of snacks. A bit, yeah. Will you be my best friend forever? I don't see why not. Impulsive decisions are always the best kind. So I couldn't help but overhear you played Doom 3 for your old channel, but not for your current one? I mean, yeah, I feel like it just might end up being repetitive. I mean, wait. How did you manage to hear that from all the way out there with the door shut? Dude, I'm a dog. I fucking hear everything. Touché. What if you were to play with me? I'd get arrested. Not like that. I meant Doom 3. What if I play it with you? Really? I mean, it's a nice offer, but it's like, it's a single player game, and, you know, you need thumbs to play it.
Well, what if I could help you with commentary?
I mean, I suppose it wouldn't hurt, but, like, I don't even know your name.
Me neither. I mean, you're welcome to try giving me one, but it had better be good.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, my previous owners tried to name me Fido, so naturally I skinned and ate them. So try to make it something less stereotypical. And nothing girly. And I swear on my balls, if you dare give me something like Scooby-Doo, I will
Wolverine your precious asshole into ribbons!
Then I'll eat the ribbons. I like ribbons.
I was actually thinking more along the lines of Simba.
Ah, I love it. Can I call you Mufasa?
No, but you can call me.
I swear to God, if you say Papa, I'm going to strangle a small child.
Matt. You can call me Matt. My name. Matt.
Ah, wonderful. Glad we could work this out.
Yeah. Just let me finish up this video so we can get started on Doom 3. Anywho, before I end this video, I need to nominate a few people. So first off, Wolfcake, Smackers Gamer, and One Asian One Cracker. I am nominating you to do your own 10 facts about you videos. And if you've already done them and I somehow missed it, feel free to link it to me or link me to it-ish. Yeah. English so good. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Make sure to click the links in the description below to check out Mad Mike Forever and the channels of those that I've nominated as well. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Just remember, stay saucy, my friends. Bye-bye. Say, where'd you come from anyway?
The depths of hell!